Welcome to the training session on occupational health, environment, and safety. This is a lesson on ergonomics. Let's take a look at the key learning objectives. After completing this lesson, you will be able to define ergonomics, explain what musculoskeletal disorder is, explain causes of musculoskeletal disorder, demonstrate preventive measures of musculoskeletal disorders. What is ergonomics? Ergonomics deals with designing machines, tools, and work environments to enhance human health and productivity. Ergonomic designs prevent physical stressors which include injuries caused by repetitive motions and environmental factors like ventilation, noise, etc. Ergonomic risk factors can cause musculoskeletal disorders or repetitive stress injuries. Musculoskeletal disorders, MSDs, are injuries or pain in the body's joints, ligaments, muscles, nerves, tendons, and structures that support limbs, neck, and back. MSDs arise due to sudden exertion, example, lifting a heavy object, going through repetitive motions, or after a repeated exposure to force, vibration, and awkward posture. Common musculoskeletal disorders are lateral epicondylitis, tennis elbow, medial epicondylitis, golfer's elbow, tenosynovitis of the finger, trigger finger, back strain or sprain. Click on each image to know more. Lateral epicondylitis, tennis elbow. It is an injury that happens due to inflammation of the tendons of the elbow caused by overuse of the muscle of the forearm. Medial epicondylitis, golfer's elbow. Inflammatory conditions of the medial epicondyle of the elbow causing severe pain. Tenosynovitis of the finger, trigger finger. It is a condition that occurs with inflammation of the finger flexor tendon. The flexor tendon pulls the fingers to palm when we make a fist. Back strain or sprain. Pain or strain caused in the upper and lower back of the body, mainly due to continuous working and sitting postures. Here are the causes of musculoskeletal disorder. Ergonomic, work-related causes. Ongoing exposure to awkward or sustained pressure, forceful strain, vibration, heat or cold. Individual causes. These include poor work practices, lack of proper rest, poor nutrition, health habits. Symptoms of musculoskeletal disorder include inflammation, redness, decreased range of motion, loss of function, numbness in the excessively used body part or muscle. Preventing MSD is essential at every workplace for health and safety reasons. Employers should inform, instruct, and supervise employees on their health and safety. Make sure that the equipment is well maintained. Train workers on MSD hazards in their workplaces. Urge workers to take part in their workplace's health and safety program. Follow up to ensure preventive measures are working. Employees should have proper diet habits, have proper rest, nutrition, etc., and follow good work practices. Here are some general precautions to follow. Avoid lifting heavy objects alone. Call for another person to help or use mechanical assistance. Never stand for a long time. Sit and rest your back every once in a while. Walk and stand straight with a straight back while at work. Stretch your neck, hands, and back regularly to avoid muscle stress. Avoid awkward postures while at work. Here are some precautions to follow, especially if your job involves sitting in front of a computer for long hours. Sit upright, straighten the back. Sit close to the keyboard. Adjust the chair to rest your thighs and back. Adjust the height of the keyboard and the monitor so as to ensure that there is no strain to the wrists or eyes. Take short breaks of 1 to 2 minutes every 20 to 30 minutes to stand up and walk around. Walking flexes the muscles and also eases the strain on the eyes. Exercise the hand, wrist, and back regularly. Gently exercise wrist, hands, and back after long hours or in between of work. Here are some must-know facts. Click each quadrant to know more. In Great Britain, 1.1 million people suffer from MSD every year. In 2005, musculoskeletal conditions were reported by 107.67 million adults in the US. The cost of MSD is approximately $849 billion annually in the US. The most common areas of the body to be affected are the back, knees, neck, and shoulders. Facts. Click. Lower back pain is very common, with up to 90% of people experiencing an episode at least once in their lifetime. No facts. Click each quadrant to know more. Neck pain is very common and affects 10 to 15% of the population at any point in time. The last day of February is reserved for repetitive strain injury awareness.
Every year, nearly 2 million workers suffer work-related musculoskeletal injuries, and more than 500,000 of those workers lose time from work as a result. These conditions are a direct result of activities that create stress or strain on a particular part of the body. the disorders are serious enough to cause an affected worker to miss, on average, 8 days of work per year. These musculoskeletal disorders are referred to as MSDs. In the healthcare profession, there are numerous tasks that can cause MSDs, from the way a worker lifts a box, uses a computer, handles a lab sample, or assists a patient. These are some of the risk factors for MSDs. Awkward postures, the amount of physical force exerted, and repetition of the same function or continuous contact stress to the same part of the body. Ergonomics has become the most effective tool for not only reducing workplace-related injuries and illnesses, but at the same time increasing worker productivity.
Do you have any problems, any health problems, with your arms, your neck?
OSHA defines ergonomics as a science of fitting workplace conditions and job demands to the capabilities of the working population. The most effective ergonomics involve input from both the employees and the employer. By effectively fitting the workplace to the task, some employers have been able to drastically reduce and in some cases eliminate musculoskeletal disorders altogether. A comprehensive ergonomics program will go a long way to providing a work environment that employees can thrive in. A comfortable, ergonomically sound workstation should be the norm, not one in which workers feel the potentially negative effects of their physical tasks. Work with your staff to determine the good and bad of their settings and make the necessary changes. Once that is done, everyone benefits.